Have I ever told y'all that the Bible is stupid? What is up, you heathens and demons, you sinners and saints, you beautiful, blasphemous bastards? Welcome back to the Raging Atheist. I am your boy, Nakasuchi. And today, I'm going to be looking at the Bible again. And I decided it's been too long since I've read the New Testament. And I deal with Christians, so I should refresh myself on the part of the Bible they think is most important. So I'm still going to do those Old Testament Bible is stupid videos as well. My next one will probably be chapter 16, I think I'm on, in Genesis. But I'm also going to do the New Testament. And today we're going to start with Mathew Chapter 1. Now, I'm not going to read you the first part of it because it's just a list of the genealogy from Abraham to Jesus, supposedly. We're going to talk about that. So it's, the father of and the son of, and I'm not going to go through all of that and just butcher those names. I'm not going to do that this time. But I do want to focus on the end of it because I've talked about the end of this a lot of times here on my channel. Because this is the genealogy that links Jesus Christ to David, that links Jesus Christ all the way back to Abraham, as well as all the way back to Adam. And that's Matthew chapter 1, verse 16, the very end of it. And Jacob, the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, and Mary was the mother of Jesus, who is called Messiah. Thus there were 14 generations in all from Abraham to David, 14 from David to the exile of Babylon, and 14 from the exile to the Messiah. And here we have a problem posed at the very beginning of the New Testament. The first page of the first chapter debunks any notion that Jesus Christ is the prophesied Messiah of the people of Israel. Because the prophesied Messiah of the people of Israel was prophesied to be a direct descendant of King David. Well, here we clearly see that Joseph was that descendant of King David. And what do we know about Joseph? Well, we know, supposedly, that he wasn't the father of Jesus. If you believe in the Immaculate Conception, you believe that God himself is the father of Jesus. Now, a lot of Christians will say, well, that is the ultimate blood of David. But that's not what the prophecy said. It's not. And that's a lot of assumption and honestly, a lot of bullshit. If you think that this God of the universe is an actual human being with human DNA and that David shared that DNA, there's not much that I'm going to be able to do for you. And then it even goes on to explain exactly, the issues that Joseph was having with the fact that his young bride-to-be was now obviously pregnant with a child that wasn't his. This is how the birth of Jesus the Messiah came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph, but before they came together, she was found to be pregnant through the Holy Spirit. Because Joseph, her husband, was faithful to the law, and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. So, clearly Joseph, who is the descendant of David, has an issue with his young bride-to-be being pregnant without it being his child, and found to be pregnant through the Holy Spirit. That's what she said. I really think you have to keep in mind, the punishment for this could have been being stoned to death. So of course, she's got to come up with some kind of story, right? And I'm not trying to say anything bad about the girl. She was 16? I don't know her situation. I don't know what happened. Maybe she was raped. Maybe she was sexually abused by somebody she trusted. One thing that I am pretty certain didn't happen was that God impregnated her. But after he had considered this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. All right, so this angel of the Lord appeared before Joseph. And supposedly, God doesn't like adultery. God doesn't like wives that have children with other men besides their husbands. But, this angel is going to appear before Joseph and tell him, yo, dude, stop freaking out. Stop freaking out. I know you are thinking the worst right now, but the person your future wife cheated with was God himself. You should be honored, yo. And you should raise this child as your own, dog. Which honestly would be an honorable thing. I would give mad props to Joseph for choosing to raise a child that isn't his, being a father to a child that isn't his. That's some good shit. And I give props for that. But I mean, with all of these angels appearing before people back then, why can't they do that now? If I had angels appearing before me, well, then I would be forced to at least consider the possibility of the existence of God. I'd also have to consider the possibility of me being absolutely fucking insane, but I'd have to consider the possibility that maybe God exists as well. All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. When Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord had commanded him and took Mary home as his wife. But he did not consummate their marriage until she gave birth to a son, and he gave him the name Jesus. I'm not familiar with what prophet said the virgin will conceive. But it doesn't really surprise me if they would say something like that. If you're gonna have a prophecy about a coming Messiah, well, it can't just be anything that anybody can do, right? In a virgin birth, that would be very, very unique. I mean, given the times, maybe not so unexplainable now with modern technology, that could clearly probably happen. But I don't think back then they had, things like artificial insemination. I think that a virgin birth would be something that not only rare, but just never fucking happens. You literally have to have sperm meeting with an egg to get pregnant. That's what is required. But I know. I'm just being stupid. I'm not making any sense to you Christians out there. You don't see any of these issues. I see them. I do. And this is just chapter 1, but I'm sure it will clarify it as we go along. Maybe it will clarify, some of the confusion, some of the questions that I have about this so-called God, about this so-called Messiah that was supposed to be descended from David, but isn't. So, right off the get with this New Testament, it's just as stupid as the Old Testament. And I have to conclude that the Bible is just stupid. As always, I want to thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share me on your social media, comment in the comments section below. Your interactions is the only way this channel will grow. I am demonetized. This channel is only funded by viewers such as yourself, donating to my PayPal, becoming a Patreon, doing the things that's going to make it a little easier for me to make these videos for y'all. And I love my patrons. My patrons are the shit. They are there with me through thick and thin. Patrons get to see all of my videos, well, 99% of my videos before they hit YouTube. They also get some occasional extra live streams, extra videos, stuff like that. Right now, I'm working on a Patreon exclusive short little video of me and my daughter walking around since my foot's been feeling better. If you'd like to become a patron, or if you'd like to donate to the channel, check out my links in the description, and I'll see you soon.